Ah, the Justice League. A beacon of light, hope, and power. These guys came before the Avengers, making them officially, technically, the first Super Friend group. A lot of household names in here, such as, but not limited to, Martian Manhunter, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and of course, Batman and Superman. Yeah, we're not really going to talk about them today. Instead, I want to talk about one of the most insane, grotesque, and dare I say unique supergroups in the DC universe, probably ever. It's these guys, Section 8. Oh god. We will be talking about All-Star Section 8, but all great stories have to start somewhere. How about some context? We got our first look at Section 8 back in 1997 with Hitman number 18. It was created by Garth Ennis, as you guys know, is one of my favorites, and had 8 members to start. This of course includes Sixpack, the leader of the team, whose special ability is just getting drunk and believing he's more powerful than he is. We have Jean de Baton, who's basically just a French guy who beats people up with a baguette and occasionally rings of garlic and onion. We got Flemgem. He just spits loogies at people. There's Friendly Fire, who actually many consider would be the most powerful member of Section 8 if he were able to shoot anything other than his own teammates. Holy shit, look at this guy. The Defenstrator. He looks pretty cool. What do you think he does? I shit you not, this motherfucker carries around window panes and throws them on people's heads. The last 3 in the group I really find distasteful, so we're just gonna go through them real quick. First one is Shakes. He's just basically a guy who just has seizures a lot. There's Dog Welder. He picks up dead dogs off the street and welds them to people's faces. This one I really hate. His name's Bueno Excelente, and he can only say 2 words, which is Bueno and Excelente, and it's usually followed by like a really creepy little chuckle. And he pretty much just like is really sexual and perverted. It's just very distasteful. I don't like it. But lucky for us, a lot of these guys end up dying. Yeah, when these things come. They're called the multi-angled ones. And yeah, so they kill a lot of them. And then we're introduced to All-Star Section 8, which is what we'll be talking about really quick today. So we got 5 new members with this All-Star Section 8 team. That includes Guts, who's just a sentient pile of organs. There's Power Tool, who's kind of the lesser known one. He's got a drill in his helmet's faceplate, and he's just kind of like a construction-themed vigilante. Unfortunately, Dog Welder does return, but he is known as Dog Welder 2, as this is a completely different guy from the Dog Welder 1 who we knew before, and it turns out the Dog Welder's equipment, which is literally the welding gun and tank, is actually possessed by the spirit of Dog Welder. We have the Grappler, who is literally just a guy with a grappling gun. Out of all of the new Section 8 members, this guy's actually my favorite. His name's Bader, and he was actually the king of hell, and he just gave it up to become a bartender. I think that's pretty funny. Now, if you're a keen listener, you may have noticed, wait a minute, that's only 7 members. They're missing someone. And to that, I would say you're completely correct, which is exactly why they look towards none other than the Justice League to fill that final spot. It goes about as well as you can imagine, but... Alright, where are we? Oh, right, Section 8. We actually start All-Star Section 8 seeing a sober Sydney Speck, who has changed for the better. Or, was changed for the better, I should say. After there was a mix-up with some drinks at a work party, Sydney actually ended up getting his hands on some booze, which led to him relapsing and having this image that he has to stop. Oh, wait a minute, we're back in Noonan's. And Bader's here. Hey, Bader. Six-Pack has a quick talk with Tommy Monaghan, who is actually from the Hitman series, about how he needs a new team and, well, the old ones are dead. And it's while he's talking about this, we get this absolute fucking loser squad. Even after they put Bader in this admittedly super cool costume, they're still realizing that they're missing a member. And that means that they need to fill... Wait a minute. Is that Batman? No, Batman. No, Bruce. No. How dare you, John McCrae, use Bronze Age Batman artwork to display him in such an awful way? Okay, but she kind of makes a good point. What did he mean by you people? What world do we live in where we think this is an okay comic panel? But anyways, this whole debacle gets Bruce to end up leaving. So yeah, he is officially a no-go for Section 8. Sorry, Batman. The next victim to Section 8's wrath is actually Green Lantern himself. And we actually get some more backstory to Dog Welder too in the second issue, which I really do enjoy. He's not just some maniac who's going around welding dogs to people's faces. He's actually kind of fleshed out, dare I say, in this issue. And in case you forgot, this is all the Grappler does. That's it. So Six-Pack decides that the team's next course of action is to become Green Lanterns and join the Green Lantern Corps. This goes awful. I mean, he approaches Hal Jordan and Hal immediately just says no. He can't even get the word section out of his mouth without Hal immediately just saying no. So Lantern drives off in a cab, complaining about how they'll be hearing from his lawyers, and thus ends the second issue and no Green Lantern. I know the crazy thing, we still have 4 fucking issues to go over, dude. This is insane. Martian Manhunter is actually in the spotlight when he arrives to Noonan's bar and actually informs Six-Pack he's willing to join Section 8, and that word has gotten around about Six-Pack's return. We also find out that there is a giant tapeworm living in Guts, and that Martian Manhunter smells like eggs, apparently, rotten eggs. Jean-Jeans does tell Six-Pack, though, that if he wants to stop feeling useless, he should spring into action along with Section 8. Martian Manhunter then goes to use the bathroom, where he proceeds to see something going on between Guts and Bueno Excelente so vile, disgusting, and gruesome that he literally has to fly away and leave Earth and go back to space. What the fuck are we doing, Garth? What's going on, man? Come on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of getting sick of this, so I'm gonna just blast through these next 2 issues, and then we'll really focus in on that last one. It's now Wonder Woman who has the opportunity to interact with Section 8, where she originally turns down their offer, stating that the only member they're gonna have joining is one with brain damage, but she's hit over the head with a fucking mallet. And she forgets everything. Queen of the Amazons? No. God of War? No. Member of the Justice League? Absolutely gone. She forgot. She's completely forgotten. And because she's forgotten, she's like, fuck yeah, I'll join your super team. But she's like, not fucking Wonder Woman anymore. So they need to hit her again with this fucking mallet and turn her back into fucking Wonder Woman. It's so, what the fuck are we doing? She also calls Six-Pack by his real name, Sydney, by which he doesn't recognize, and continues to ask her, who is Sydney? In issue 5, the Phantom Stranger shows up and proceeds to have a rap battle with Etrigan the Demon, and he then brings Six-Pack to this purgatory-like place where he meets up with all his old members, excluding Dog Welder, of course, because he, quote, welded dogs to people's faces, for fuck's sake. The Phantom Stranger also brings Six-Pack to this second realm-like state where he sees himself in his quote-unquote human form. And even Dog Welder too sees his old family on the news and seems to feel some sort of emotion. And now Superman's here. Great. Superman brings Six-Pack to the Fortress of Solitude, where the whole time Six-Pack really questions if he's even a hero. They then go to the park, where we get my 2 favorite panels in this whole run, where they see a giant statue resurrected in Six-Pack's honor. And Superman even hands Six-Pack a bottle, saying, "It's all gonna be okay." I had a whole animation actually filmed up for this, but this video is already like 6 minutes long, so I'm just not, forget about it. Dog Welder's wife actually shows up to Noonan's to confront her husband, and we actually see a slight change of heart where he might just turn back into this normal human he was. Oh no. Oh god, no. Six-Pack returns to Noonan's and informs the team that this threat is in fact coming, and they need to prepare. Power Tool goes to power up his helmet and proceeds to electrocute himself to death. Bader just runs away. With Bueno and Guts gone and Dog Welder reuniting with his old family, that leaves just the Grap. He hanged himself. He fucking hanged himself. With his team leaving him behind, Six-Pack jumps into action by himself, but we learn who Six-Pack really is. Just a man with a dream to help people. And he has Superman's cape to keep him warm. That is why I think Superman is the GOAT.